Man, I could not tell you what happened. I couldn't tell you. So look, I'm back. I'm back up live. And like I said, I couldn't tell you. I had the little flickering thing going on, and all of a sudden, went away. It just went away. So look, I'm up, and for those of you who was watching when I first started, I hope you come back. I know it's probably late on the East Coast, but you know what? We're gonna keep it rolling, and I appreciate you stepping in and checking me out and hearing what I have to say and taking that and definitely applying some of that. And even I'm gonna tell you, people hold you to your word. So I've been called on my word a couple of times, and you know what? For those who did that, you know what? I appreciate you. I'm not that guy to say that I can't be called to the carpet or I'm wrong on something. If I'm wrong on something, I can appreciate someone saying, you know what, that's not right. Here's why. I mean, legitimately, here's why. But anyway, so we're gonna get right into this today. This evening subject text is going to deal with the design upon the trestle board. The design upon the trestle board. So, for those of us who are masons and those who may be thinking of becoming a mason, first of all, you have to set your priorities down and make sure that things are right. They're in order. And your trestle board must be able to have that design already laid out. Because what happens a lot of times to a lot of us, we don't necessarily have things in order. We have things we want to do, but there's no certain order. There's no goal to reach. I would say that when you begin to lay your work out on your trestle board, there should be a criteria as far as how long it's going to take you to reach those goals on your trestle board. Because what happens is that goal that you have sits so high and it's really kind of not reachable at the time. It dries up like a raisin in the sun. It doesn't have the oomph that it once had. So I want to encourage you, if you have some goals in your life that you really want to reach, categorize those goals. Like you got one, two, you got them in order. You've laid those things out on your trestle board, and those things should be obtainable. And when I say that, those should be like smart goals, those things that are smart, reachable, obtainable, those things that won't be dragging you down, like taking so long to get to. Because when you have goals like that, it tends to like weigh on you in such a way till you just give up. You need to set some goals that's going to be reachable, obtainable, and smart. And when I say that, those goals must be laid out on your trestle board, brothers. Sisters also, if you're going to have those goals in life, make sure they're reachable and obtainable goals. Make sure that you can go out and put them in such an order to that when you reach one, you can go for the next one. And then pretty soon that one that's way up here, you're going to be there. You're going to be able to say, Eureka, I've found it. I've gotten here. But as soon as you try to just go for the gusto, nah, bro. Nah, that's not on the trestle board. All I'm saying is you must lay out your trestle board, draw your format, and watch you become successful. And as I said in my last videos, and I say them all the time, check your circle out. Make sure those who are in your circle want you to be successful. And if they don't, then you have to move on. You have to change those in your circle. As a matter of fact, you may have to drop some people aside, because what happens is when you begin to become successful, those in your circle begin to become jealous or they become hateful. They don't never say, hey, bro, you know what? Come on, I'm gonna help pull you up some more. It's just like that crab in the bucket thing we often talk about, I'm successful and you want to pull me down. No, I should reach back, pull you up. But when I'm pulling you up, when I'm reaching down, I got that grip on you and I'm pulling you up to be successful or to help you, don't cut my wrist off. Don't cut me. Don't cut me, For those of you who know, don't cut me. Let me help pull you up. It's just like in a degree work, If I'm, as it once said, you never walk past a brother unless you raising them up, unless you pulling them up. Don't do that. And that's and that's how I see masonry. That's how I see my trestle board work. Uh, Everything that I try to put on my trestle board, I want to be able to reach it within a certain amount of time. If I don't reach it, why do a lot of blacks don't want to see each other be successful? Bro, that's a good question. And this is my own opinion in regards to that. I wouldn't say that a lot of blacks don't want to see each other be successful. That's a dismoma. And I say it's a dismoma because what happens is we say some things so much and so often till it becomes almost simultaneously true when it's not. Just like the absent black father. I know a lot of black fathers. I mean, and I know some single black mothers, but I know it's just that true. You got single white parents, just like you got single black parents. But I know some great black fathers, and I can no longer say that, the black father's absent when I see a lot of them that's really doing the work. They out there doing the work. So the reason why a lot of us hate on each other is because that's who we deal with all the time. If I dealt with white people all the time, I would feel just as hurt. I said, well, damn, why they always treat me like that? Because that's who I always deal with. So you're going to get that. If you always dealt with someone of the same race, you're going to get hurt. I don't care who you are, you're going to get hurt. And you may feel that way. Why they treat me like that? I'm one of them. It's what they call capitalism, brother. Here in these United States, we capitalize on everything. We capitalize on your death. That's why we have life insurance policy. How can we be better men to women? Of course, better husbands. Oh yeah, most definitely. I feel that the process to become that better man, you need an example. Everyone needs an example of how to be a better man. I'm not talking about reading about somebody that's dead and gone. I'm talking about a real life example of how to treat on how to treat a woman, how to love a woman, how to take care of a family. When you got examples like that before you, your chances are that you're going to be a better husband, a better father, a better all the way around. The chances are you're going to be that. And this is what I enjoy about Freemasonry. When I came in, I was around men like that. There were fathers and husbands and they were successful men. So I can see them. I'm not reading about them. I'm watching them. And what happens is a lot of us don't have those examples, in our lodges and in our lives. We need examples of how to be good men, progressive men, men who take up for their family, men who go out and work hard for their families. And to me, a lot of the brothers I've come across, I would say, are like that. Quite a few of them. I don't know what their personal life is like, but the example that I see that they set is an example of how to be a better man. And that's what I get. And then it goes back, once again, they are laying a foundation down on the trestle board. A man that dies and leaves his family nothing he was doomed in the beginning. I love a woman, but it's hard I love women. I love a woman, but it's hard to trust women around my age bracket. Just a statement. Boy, you crazy. I'm not gonna even touch that one. I'm not gonna even touch that one. But back to laying your design upon your trestle board. That's a daily activity. Every day something should be on your trestle board, within reach. It should be something smart, something obtainable, something you completed every day, not the damn board. Whether it be your girlfriend or your sister or your mother or your friend, something meaningful need to be upon your trestle board daily. Daily. And I say that because what happens is a lot of times we forget. We go through life journey. We're so busy and caught up to we just forget. that we need to place something upon our trestle board that's meaningful, especially when you understand what the trestle board is all about, especially that, So what I try to do as a man, period, in my daily routine is to be the example, the example of a husband, the example of a brother, the example of just be the example, be the best example I can be to another young man, because you never know who's watching you. You just never know. So if we are ever going to get better as a people, if we are ever going to get better as individuals, we have to have good examples before us. I'm not, and I'm not saying all of my examples are the best examples. I'm saying they're good examples on how to be. And I can't complain about them. I mean, because they helped me to become the man I am. And when I look upon their lives, some are gone. But when I look back, and I can be like, wow. Because I can remember a time being in this organization, I didn't have any money to travel. None at all. But the older brothers in my lodge saw something in me. They was like, hey, you want to go to grand session? Man, I couldn't afford those rooms at the time. I'm a young father, 2 kids. I'm into the process of moving and buying a house. I couldn't do it. But they was like, oh no, I'm gonna come by and pick you up. You're gonna do the driving. We got you. We got your room and everything. If you got a little money in your pocket to buy your food, we want you to enjoy Freemasonry. And I did. I would take nothing from it. I wouldn't take nothing from it, bruh. As much as craziness I see in this organization as a whole, nationwide, I mean, I wouldn't take nothing from it because of the men that were in my lodge, and the men I've seen come through this organization were, to me, great men. And some I've probably never seen, but the conversation we've had, I'm very respectful of them. I'll tell you another brother, Adrian Mask, from the most wishful United Scottish Rite Grand Lodge out of Texas. I have nothing but respect for that brother. He's straightforward. I mean, Adrian, I do. I appreciate that brother. And when I was in Texas, he came over to visit me at my sister's. And man, you talking about the conversation we had. And it was at that time, I had the Grand Junior Warden with me from my jurisdiction. We had a great conversation in regards to Freemasonry, in regards to understanding that even though your constitution may say something different than mine, but beyond all of that, we're brothers of the craft, and we should treat each other with respect. And I got that from Adrian. And man, that conversation, we talked all day. We talked for a long time. So I encourage brothers to get out and travel. See somebody other than where your jurisdiction is at. I'm talking about sometimes you got to leave the state, man, and really enjoy Freemasonry. If you tell me you're a Mason and you never went beyond your jurisdiction, if you're not 80 years old, 70 years old, then I'm like, dude, come on, you have to get out. You have to go beyond your boundaries that are set before you to enjoy Masonry. I mean, your jurisdiction, totally, because in my opinion, Masonry has no boundaries. But your jurisdiction set boundaries on that. Hey, what's up, Cayman? What's up, bro? How you doing? All right. But your jurisdiction set boundaries on you, and you have to be able to just say, okay, you know what? Do I want to be here? If your jurisdiction has set some things upon you, you have to question, do I want to be here? Why can't I fellowship with these brothers? I'm not saying you necessarily have to go to the lodge. I'm saying, why can't I fellowship with them? Beyond the lodge. Let's just put the lodge where it's at. That's their business. I'm saying, if I see you out, and we know each brothers as Mason. I'm a Mason. I know you're a Mason. Different jurisdictions or whatever. We should be able to say, let's have this cup of coffee or beer, whatever. Let's break some bread. Greetings from the UK. Hey, brother Dwight Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Appreciate it. So we should be able to break bread instead of black, ancient, free, and accepted Masons speak truth. Brother, I can't wait to see you next month. But let me get into this. Let me get into this, Brother Amos. You know, we have to be able to go beyond our boundaries and look at our trestle board. And I say that because next month I'm going to be in Chicago. Brother Amos and his jurisdiction is hosting the 125th anniversary of John G. Jones, the ancient Arabic order nobles of the Mystery Shrine. And I have some of my brothers will be traveling with me. So we're going there to fellowship with other nobles from all over the place. Hotels have been sold out, man. Oh yeah, I love it too, bro. I love it too, brother Dwight Muhammad. You know, so I'm going there because I know I'm going to meet and greet nobles I wouldn't have never seen. And all of them are being, and all of those nobles of different temples, different jurisdictions, man, we are breaking the boundaries of what people said that we couldn't do. People say we can't come together. But next month, we're going to be together next month. We're going to be together. The trestle board that Brother Amos has laid out is a great trestle board. He has things laid out so simple and so easy. To you, can't say that you're not going to have a good time. You cannot say that. Bar none, you can't say I'm coming to Chicago and I'm not going to have a good time. No, you can't do it. So when you're able to take those things and put them on a trestle board like Brother Amos did, man, it's great. How can I learn to network better with brothers? You're doing it right now. You asking how can you doing it right now? I mean, posting what you post, put up what you put up. It's all about when you are carrying yourself a certain way, when you're out greeting other brothers, this is how you network with them. You know, you don't have to be all like, I'm the Mason of the world. No, but be you, be upright. Be the best upright person you can be. You know, we're working on being perfect daily, but be the best upright person you can be. You know, and when you're doing that, oh, you're gonna network, bro. You're gonna make it happen. You are going to do that. And I can recall when I visited Chicago, Brother Amos, New Jerusalem Grand Lodge there in Chicago. Man, look, them brothers came and got me. And we was out to like 2 o'clock in the morning. In Chicago, we had a great time. I enjoyed Grandmaster, dang, his name escapes my, oh. Anyway, the Grandmaster New Jerusalem, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed his company. Oh, Brother Dwight Muhammad, you know I'm already going to do it, right? I hope you already know that's in the works. That is in the works already. But, dang it, I can't think of it. Hey, Brother Amos, text me your Grandmaster name. I can't even think of his, jeez, his name escapes me. Yeah, Grandmaster Meeks. Grandmaster Meeks, man, you talking about somebody that said, come on, Brother Hawkins, I got you. He came to the hotel, picked me up. We went and watched the boxing match over at St. John's Grand Lodge. Man, and then after that, took me to get something to eat. You talking about fellowship. You talking about that brother drove 45 minutes out of his way to come and make sure I was doing okay when I was there in Chicago. And that's what brotherly love and relief is all about. That's what that's it. Anything less than that is uncivilized. You know, people talk about being a Mason and traveling, but I'm telling you what I've experienced. I'm telling you that brothers have laid some things on a trestle board that is so deep and that is so on point till I'm like, wow, I like that. I like that. I was at Brother Amos's meeting and he laid out a golf tournament. He laid out some things that his lodge was going to do, not only to benefit the lodge, but it was going to benefit the community. The thing is that those in the lodge have to get on board. Oh, true, bro, it's out there. Let me tell you. You know, Brother Ramirez is the greatest. Hey, it's bruh. Brother Love is out there, bruh. Let me tell you, it is. And you know, you have to me, when you meet another Mason, if he's true to the craft, if he's true to his word, and let me remind you of this, your word is all you got. You know, your name is all you have. Now, once your name becomes mud, and once your name becomes, and your name goes, once your name go, your rep go. You can say whatever you want to say. You can be a broke man, but if you got a good name, it speaks volumes. It really does. It really does. And I can say that because I've been in situations to where, just because somebody knew me, I was shown favor. And I know I didn't have no way, no how of being in that situation. But because they knew me, they showed favor. And hey, it's a blessing. And I was able to return that. This is why in our daily journeys, we should put God first. I don't care what name you give him or even give her. However you do it, put the grand architect of the universe first and foremost on your trestle board. The next thing you need to do is anything that's going to hinder you from going. Tough to good to report to, brother. We're going to get it together, brother Dwight. But once you have put the grand architect first, once you've done that, then I would say your next process is to see and look ahead what your day may be like. Because once you put the grand architect first in your life, bruh, everything else is going to fall. I'm not saying that you're not going to have some hard times. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you're on the right track. That's it. Your trestle board is on the right track. You got to put those attainable goals, those smart goals on there, bruh. Yeah, it's all about coming out, bruh. Yep, it's all about that. You can't be in a shell and expect somebody to wonder what you're doing. You got to come out. You got to come out the shell. A closed door, nobody comes through a closed door. They can knock first. Think about that. A door that's closed, people knock on that door, and then the door is open. If the door don't open, don't try to go through it. You may not like what's on the other side. I'm just saying. I don't try to knock down doors that's locked. I go to another door and knock on that and open it and go in. But getting back to my main subject topic, the trestle board, you should take that design every day of your life. You should have something on your trestle board, something that's going to be reachable, obtainable, and smart, and keep you out of places that you may find yourself in some serious trouble. That's how I view that. I'm waiting on Brother Taylor to come on. Brother, I don't know what is he doing. I'm gonna have to give him a call, let him know. He been bugging me, telling me go live, and he ain't even on it. I'm gonna put him on speaker. So that's something we should definitely try to take a look at. Phone just ringing and ringing. He better answer. But definitely, brothers, you have to do that. And so another thing we should definitely take a look at, how do we grow our lodge? We definitely want to look at on how we grow our lodge. What can we do to grow our lodge? I'm going to share some things with you that can help you grow your lodge or your grand lodge or your jurisdiction or your chapter. You got to do things and invite people out to it. You don't always have to charge them. And I say that because if you have a Masonic hall, you may have to throw a function. It's called a brother night. And then have your brothers to bring someone who's not part of any fraternal order to that. And just have a good time with fellowship. Okay? Some call it friendship night. And then what you might want to take a look at, I have some stuff already down. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find it here in this book here. This is a great book I got. I'm gonna share this book with you before I close out tonight. How to stimulate an attendance. You got to be able to stimulate those in your lodge to increase your membership. And the way you're going to do that, everybody has to have a buy-in. Everybody in the lodge has to have a buy-in when you're trying to grow your lodge. Let me tell you, if you got friendship night, invite friends out, have a nice time, music, some fun, some cards, some dominoes in your lodge, at your brother's house, wherever you can go to develop that base. Yes, we do. We don't always dress up in a black suit and black bow tie and a white shirt. We like to have a little fun, but we're gonna do it in such a distinct way to we're not gonna be like all tore up. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna do it in such a way, but it's gonna be respectable. And I would say the same thing for the sisters. When you're trying to grow your chapter, do that in such a way to when the sisters come around, the ladies come around, be like, oh, you know what? I like this. This is the mature crowd. And that's what you want to pull in. So if you got a brother out there who's not quite, he's like, he still want to run the streets, but he wants to be a Mason, you may have to just invite him out to see what grown folks do. And grown folks take care of business. I'm just saying, grown folks take care of business. They grow their organization. If you are a leader, a grandmaster, wishful master, whatever your title may be, if you are an elected position, what you try to do is to grow your organization. You don't try to tear it down. Your organization have bylaws and constitutions. You said when you took that oath, being elected to office, you promised, I'm quite sure you promised that you would uphold the Constitution and bylaws of that organization. So do that. Do it. But do it within reason. Don't do it to the detriment of just you're so tight on the bylaws and the Constitution till you miss out on what it is to be a brother. Yes, Brother Amos is from New Jerusalem. Yes, he is. Grand Lodge of Chicago. I can tell you that. But anyway, that's how it should be definitely put out, brothers. And take that to heart and start working on developing programs within your lodge, within your chapter, to bring in new membership. And it's not complicated at all. And people say, well, we've done this, we've done that. Add a new flavor to it. Oh, okay. So yeah, add some flavor to it. Switch it up. And when you're able to add flavor and switch things up, man, it old with the new. Old with the new. And I know I have some older brothers in my lodge, and they'll tell you, no, we did that. Okay, well, let's do it again, but add this to it. Let's try this. Well, we did that. No. You have to be consistent at trying to grow your organization. This is not a one-time love affair. It's not. This is something that's going to take hold on you. This is something that's going to probably have you crying at night because you're going to be like, why they ain't getting it? Why did that brother do this? Or why is he doing that? But we have to be able to talk to each other as grown folks. You have to be able to say, this is on my Trestleborad, bro. What do you see here? Help me so I can grow, become that better man. Iron sharpens iron. If I'm around a dull blade all the time, I'm not going to get sharp. I'm going to become dull myself. So you need to be around people who are going to help you to become that better person. Help you to grow as that person. As you get older, you should mature. There are some things I used to do. I'm like, I'm good. I've done that. So now I'm taking those working tools that was handed to me, be it Enter Apprentice Fellowcraft Master Mason, be it the Royal Arch degree, be it any degree, those working tools, man, I'm taking them and I'm using them on this temple right here. I'm using those working tools to better myself as a person, to spread the cement of brotherly love. Not just to take the shovel and dig a hole for somebody else and I end up falling into the hole, but to take it and to move around that dirt. Let's move it around. I'm not trying to dig a hole, but let's move it around. If there's anything I'm going to bury, I'm going to bury my past. Learn from it. Bury it. And then I'm going to take in the compass and the square and square my actions and, use the compass to find those new brothers who I wouldn't have known. I'm just saying, you take all of that. Oh, you still... Yes, indeed. We still waiting on you, brothers, my brothers. Yeah, I'm telling them all. If you're going to do anything, if you're near Chicago, you need to go to Chicago. You want to meet some brothers this year? You got to go to Chicago. No doubt about it. It's just that plain and simple. Oh, okay. So that would be the thing. That would be the thing. So if you got something on you, brother, and you guys want to share your information, please do so. If I said I was going to email you something and I haven't gotten it to you yet, would you please let me know what it is so I can get it to you? This week, for some of you who know, my past grandmaster passed away last week, and we'll be having his services coming up here soon. And it's just been kind of crazy for me, but it's going to be all right. One thing I learned: no matter what you do, no matter what you say, do it everything to the best of your ability and put God first, bar none. Bar none. Oh, okay. Brother Amos, y'all having that conversation. All right. But I'm going to get right back to this. I want to share this with you. Here's some reasons for poor attendance in your lodge. Okay? Too much degree work combined with lengthy, boring business session. Okay? Poor attendance is caused by too much degree work combined with a lengthy, boring business session. You need to add some fun, some life into your degree work. It just can't always be straight from the book and you reading stuff. Add some humor to it. You might want to act out the parts of your initiation without going through the book. I mean, if you're a master mason, you've been around for a long time, you should know the raising, the intro apprentice. You should all know that by heart. And you should be able to just put it together as a play and make it fun. Yes, it can be serious. I got that. But it needs to be done in such a way till it's going to be impressed upon that person. They say, wow, that's deep. You want to be able to do that. The next thing, what happens is too many members are non-residents and they live too far away from the lodge to be at regular meetings. So I would say this here, and this hurts my jurisdiction because we're in San Diego and LA. This state is like long, and because we're spread it out like we're spread it out, we get the attendance in one section. You won't get the attendance here. You do something different up here, but it's not what you're doing here. So, we have to bring it home. We have to bring it home where everybody's on the same page. So you want to make sure those members who are in your lodge are not too far away, but pretty close by, within at least 20 miles. Anything beyond 20, 30 miles, it hurts. And I know I have brothers that live in LA, and I'm down here in San Diego. That's 120 miles. And they have made their lodge meetings. I'm like, wow. Even my chapter meetings being in LA, every first Monday, every first Saturday, I go to a chapter meeting. Even though I have chapters here in San Diego, but those are other brothers that are their patrons. So California is just a little bit different. It's more military people, and they come and they go. And I'm like, wow, I love it. Now I come to session, I'm like, damn, what's going on? Because people are in and out on the boats, on the ships, so it's a different flavor. But I know on the East Coast is a little bit more stable, the Midwest, the Mideast, it's a little bit more stable when you're able and you got, things going on. Your states are very close together. Here, man, I can drive from San Diego to Oakland. It's like 8-hour drive, 7-hour drive. Hell, I think I can go to the East Coast and drive from one part down to another one. And I done hit like 3 or 4 states, So you have to realize that some members do not become acquainted in the lodge, and therefore they're at home. So when you bring in new members into your lodge, make them feel welcome. And when I say make them feel welcome, you want to be able to approach them and say, hey, bro, welcome to the lodge. We appreciate you coming. We need brothers like you. We want to keep you interested. What are some of your hobbies? What things do you like to do? And incorporate them things in such a way to that brother feels welcome. This is where he needs to be. That's some of the things you may consider. And then you have to kind of look at why do a certain percentage of the brothers and sisters don't take a real interest in their chapter and lodge. You have to ask questions. Okay, so what is it that we can do to make this chapter lodge better? What design can we put up on a trestle board? Because what happens is, everybody has their ideal of what they can do to make it better. So give them something. You want to put on a program? I got you. Let's do it. You want to do a fundraiser? I got you. Let's do it. You want to go paint somebody's house? You want to do something to better this organization? I'm all for it. But you can't do it all at once. You got to pick. This month we'll do this. The next month we'll do this. You don't want to get burnt out. You don't want to get burnt out. You get burnt out, you be like, no, I'm good. I don't want to do nothing for the next three, 4 months. Also, it says mounting competition from outside activities. Man, masonry is nothing like it used to be. Man, we have Facebook, Xbox, you name it. You are battling everything out there. People can find other things to do besides come and spend 2 hours at your Masonic Lodge meeting. All you doing is business. All you doing is going over the same thing they went over last month, the month before that, the month before that. You got to bring some life into your lodge, into your chapter. You got to switch some things up. Like during the summertime, we would have what we call dress down. So we polo shirts to our lodge meeting. Just the Masonic emblem on there, name of your lodge, and we'll just come dressed in slacks, polo shirt. Then sometime we'll switch that up, and then we'll have what we'll call the Master's Council. So the Master Council, I appointed my membership to a different committee, so they got something. Oh, okay, there you go. There you go. So we switch things up, like our dress code. Winter months for California is like September, October, November, December. It's what you call rainy season. So we'll dress Masonically for our meetings. Summer, oh man, we polo shirt, slacks, and shoes. We good to go. And then we mix it up. So we have refreshments at our lodge meeting. So when we go from labor to refreshments, we actually go to refreshments. We don't just depart. We have those good conversations amongst men. Say, hey, what's going on in your life, bro? Get it out, man. And as a brother, when another brother is telling you about his life, that should be kept here. Okay? If I come to you and tell you something in confidence, it shouldn't go no farther than here. But what happens is and then the brother leaves. Why? Because you done ran your mouth. We must realize that when a brother confides in you, his fears, his down, his shortcomings, when he confines that in you, brother, you should take that and lock it away and give him some good advice, the best advice you can give him. We all know right from wrong. Let's not fool each other. We all know right from wrong. So you want to give him some advice, some righteous advice, and let him make his decision based upon whatever he has to do. But you have done your part by giving this brother some righteous advice. Simple as that. If he doesn't ask for your advice, but he wants you to listen. Just listen. That's all he needs. He needs you to listen. He needs to get that off his chest. Sister's the same thing. If a sister's confining in you some things that she may have come across, said, or done, whatever that situation, hold that. Hold that. Take that and hold it. Because she felt such a way about you that she brought it to you. You shouldn't take her business and share it with nobody. Period. Nobody. Unless she gives you permission. If a brother and sister don't give you permission to share their personal business or concerns that they've shared with you, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Take it and just hold it, lock it. I don't care what it is. You hold it because they shared it with you. And you know if they're a good sister or brother or not. You know who they are. So let's not say, well, what if they, no, you know. You know who's in your chapter, who's in your lodge. That, I mean, they there. So we must understand that we have to take what our brothers and sisters say to us and hold on to it and not share with anybody else. But when you do that, you lose a member. They ain't coming back no more because they felt that this organization, that chapter was right for them. That you will hold on to their secret. Did you catch it? That you will hold on to their secret. I'm just saying. You know. So those are just some of the things that can hurt your lodge as far as membership is concerned. So you have to make your lodge fun, you know, and make it where the brother's going to be coming back to the next meeting. Have the next brother to give another lecture. His lecture on whatever he feels that is going to be necessary for the lodge to hear. You know, just don't be the one that's always giving. You know, let someone else participate. Appointed member. Oh, damn, I'm missing something down there. Oh, okay. You know, do that. I'll tell you another thing you probably can do in your meetings that can definitely enhance it. You know, I would say that when you go from labor to refreshments and you have your refreshments there and you want to call it the night, you know what? Invite your family to come out. Oh, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Even before you start your lodge meeting, you can invite your family to come out. And so they can enjoy the fellowship. And then when you get ready to go into your meetings, hey, honey, hey, you know what? We're getting ready to start our meeting. So you know what? Thank you for coming by, meeting some of the brothers, blah, blah, blah. Boom. So now you've had that family time. Think about that. You have had the family time. The family got to meet some of the lodge brothers. You've done that. You cleaned up. Now you're going into the lodge, and now you're going to open your lodge and get some work in. Those are some of the things that can definitely help increase your membership, increase attendance, and you can put those things upon your Trestleborad. And I guarantee you that people are going to participate more because you're getting them involved. A lot of times our new members come in, they don't have anything to do. I would say always give the new members something to do. Whether it's to call all the brothers and check up on them, or whether it's to call all the brothers and tell them, hey, we got a meeting, don't forget. But give the new members something to do. Just don't stick tickets in their hands. Say, I need for you to sell some chicken dinners or some fish dinners, or we having a... No, give them something constructive to do. My past most wishful grandmaster told me, don't feed the brothers before the meeting because they will go to sleep. This is why, brother, I would say this. If you fed the brothers before the meeting, you think they're going to go to sleep, you need to have them to walk. I need you to do some floor work. You know what I mean. I need you to do some floor work. And I believe they'll get it, they'll put it in. You know, I need for you to show me how you square your actions on the floor. You know, I don't know if you ever been shown that, but, you know, there's some floor actions that you can do. Show me how to do the 3, 5, and 7, how the master's carpet work, ancient form, ancient and due form. Show me, do some floor work for me. If you think people are going to sleep because they just had a nice dinner, the family's gone, have them do some floor work. Get them involved. Hey, show me this, show me that. And I guarantee you, they be like, man, you know, I'm up now. If I wasn't, I'm up now. So you have to be able to keep people involved with your lodge. You have to be able to do that, you know. And what happens when you do that, man, they're going, hey, you know, I was at the lodge meeting tonight. Man, we had a ball. Really? You did? What'd you do? Oh, man, you know what? What we do in the lodge, you know, we have to leave it there. Oh, okay. Now the person you're talking to is curious about what's going on in your lodge meeting because you are enjoying your meetings and what they're all about. You're no longer caught up in the long lectures. Your lectures are short, to the point, they've acted out. You're learning more about the symbolic meaning behind your working tools, how that can play a part in your life, how you can take those and apply them to your life. And then once you do that, people who are not Masons are watching you because you know that you now are carrying yourself in such a way to other people wants to know what's going on with you. Why you got your head up all high, right? It's not you got your nose in there, but you get, hey, I'm a part. I'm a part of this, and they have taught me this. They're showing me this, and we should all be excited about being a Mason or Eastern Star, representing Harem Abiff, or representing those 5 herons. And when you're down like that, man, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Nothing to it but to do it. But I'm gonna share this with you, and then I'm gonna go. So look, I'm about to start traveling here real soon. So I'm going to be giving some of your brothers a call as I hit your state. I ain't telling you what state it's going to be, but I'm about to hit this road. And now I know I'm going to Chicago. So, I know I'd be at that. But I'm about to hit this road, and I'm looking to definitely fellowship and have a good time. And as always, as I sign off, stay out the bushes and definitely keep your light on. And remember, lay it down on the Trestleborad and put that to work. All right? Take care, each of you. And Brother Dwight, email me. Brother Dwight Muhammad, email me so I can get that done for you, bro. I appreciate you. I'm out.